Hey guys, Dylan from the Geek Duo here, and today I will bring you my reaction to Skeleton Crew Season 1, Episode 7, titled We're Gonna Be in So Much Trouble. Our heroes have never felt further from home. Now, this is the penultimate episode of the season. Don't know about whether it's the end of the series or not. I don't really see how this can continue on unless somehow the New Republic finds out about Aten, which sort of means that, hey, they might actually learn about the other Ats and realize that they aren't as dead as they thought. But I don't really see that happening, so I don't think another trip off planet is going to work. But I'm assuming that this is going to be the episode where they get home and then they've got to shore up their defenses for the pirate attack in the final episode. Though that doesn't really work with the synopsis, so who knows? But let's get this started in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Don't know why my thing is being slow today. One second. There we go. That should have fixed everything. There was an odd stuttering with the audio, so nothing a simple refresh didn't fix. Let's see, are we following the pattern and starting with on at Aten? With on, that is how English works. Also, this is the first episode I'm doing since I've got my new chair. It's a lot quieter, but it's also a lot more intrusive, so give and take. Hi, sending up a beacon from deep in the woods. That is... No, I'm pretty sure the supervisors sent droids to intercept you. She didn't even get the saying off. Relaying the communications device, eh? I thought Wim's dad was going to be the last one, but unless the undersecretary takes a hit for him. Nah, there we go. Can't you just use your position to override them like you did with the one in your office? Wonder what's going to come of that. Because they don't know their kids are on their way home. And they could have just called attention to their planet unnecessarily. He still doesn't want this all to go to end. But also, Jod betrayed them. You're still too pure for everything, Neil. Um, why don't you send him down in a pod? He's back to his stuttering. I mean, that's understandable. Because I wouldn't really trust him to not make it seem like the ship got destroyed and then they leave and he gets all the rewards. Huh. You need a security code to pass through the... It does look really cool, the swirling storm. You ready to meet an old friend? And a few other familiar faces? We'll see how that turns out. Because I don't think his second in command really likes you. Gunther, I think it is. You're getting hit by the crane arm, aren't you? Nope, grabbed. It's always funny when they show they could escape the entire time. I guess that makes him the new captain? He doesn't seem powerful enough in the Force to stop blaster bolts, so they probably could have... Please tell me they Home Alone's it. We haven't really seen any trap capabilities. What? Well... We haven't seen his dad before. even got a version of the Tooth Fairy. So, do all the adults know that they're on a hidden planet? Who's challenging him for captain? Hmm. Well, I wasn't expecting the sucker punch. He wanted them out. He likes the kids. I was not expecting the callback of Unclaimsies from, what was it, the first episode? Ah, the thing is that in atmosphere. I thought they'd be floating around. Huh. Maybe try and get a little bit more space between. So, if this is the Onyx Cinder from Legend, okay, technically they were outside the atmosphere. That planet is a lot smaller than I was expecting. If the Onyx Cinder is from Aten, then did Captain Renard start at Aten? Again? There's the title. How did you get on here? They're not surprising, but I hope they can salvage him. I thought that was going to be so much worse than just nudging it out of the way. People have said that the lightsaber that he took looks like it's a High Republic one. From when they were more streamlining it, when the Jedi became like more not unified but militaristic, I want to say, because it has that silver and gold. They're kids. Once again, despite everything he's doing, the threat to the children is not lethal. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. What in the X Mansion is going on here? We got a landing pad under the Central Park. Ah, the mint is underground. How is this going to go? Because we know these droids to be fairly useless. I wonder. Assuming the supervisor is Reynolds or related to him or whatever, then using 33 could be a way to get actual action out of. I am so gonna laugh if this is like the ship at the start where there's fuck all in there. Like, turns out all the money is in circulation and. Though it doesn't seem like that. $1,139. All stacked like that. It looks like he's gonna cry. And die pack. Ah, the parents. I mean, they did say they were going to contact them. But that also means that all of them are in the same place. Except for Neil's dad. That's where it ends, isn't it? Yep. I I don't know what to expect from the last episode. Cause like he's obviously not getting off the planet with all the data he's. Wouldn't be able to do that even if he had the frigate there. But there's no way he's getting out of the vaults. But what's going to happen? Like, who's going to come in and stop him? Because there's no way any of the parents are going to be able to. they've got office jobs. They seemingly haven't wanted for anything in their life, so they're not going to be of much help. The kids have proven not to be able to handle him, especially like even when he's not using the Force. The robots are useless. Like, the best you can get is either Tak Reynolds is the supervisor, somehow still alive, and overpowers him, like with some moral code about endangering children and innocence, and like, because there were some pirates who lived by a much stricter code than others. Like, a lot of them, I say a lot, not all, had things against children, like harming children. Some of them had things against harming women as well, or instead of specifically children. Some of them was don't harm unnecessary innocents, like get in, take out any guards that you need to, but leave the innocents be. So it all depends entirely on what Tak Reynolds' style of piracy is. And from what we've gotten from 33, the glimpse at the traps he had in his base and all of that, it makes sense for him to be the kind of pirate like Jod, who doesn't really care who gets hurt along the way, so long as he gets the treasure. But there's also the fact that if he is the supervisor, something's made it so that he remains on this planet. Now, a lot of people have been suggesting that maybe 33 was Reynolds, and it's just in his droid code to not know that he's the captain. And yeah, which is why he was found at the door seal lever while everyone else died on the ship. Like, he sealed them in. But, I really don't know where this next episode is. Because, like, there wasn't a lot that happened in this episode. Really? I'd actually have to say this is one of, if not the weakest episodes. Like, what did happen? They sent the probe out. Didn't get to anyone useful. Both ships arrived in the space around the planet. Kids were temporarily held on the frigate. Brutus died. They escaped with the ship, but Jod is on there. They make it through the barrier. They go down to the Mint. Their parents are right. Like, not much happened. Like, I mean, you could say that the same with Zero Friends again. Like, not much happened. They were just moving from the end of the pipe to the trash heap, and that's pretty much the entire thing. But that one at least had a lot more character-driven moments, whereas this, don't know. And I still can't get a read on what Jod's whole deal is. Like, what's his backstory? Why is he so flip-floppy when it comes to his, like, mannerisms and that? Because, like, sometimes it looks like he's doing things for the best of the kids. Other times it looks like he absolutely despises them and wants to get rid of them. But he won't take the step himself. I really don't know. And, like, we're in the second last episode, and to still not have a read on the main antagonist, I guess, the final antagonist, I guess you could say, because really Brutus has been a much bigger yeah. This is one of the times where I know I normally complain about this, but I would have liked them to have put the last two episodes out together. Like, what was it recently that did that? Was it Agatha All Along? I think it was. Where it was the first two and the last two that came out together. Let's go just check that episodes. Yeah. First two were September 18th, last two were October 30th. So, really, I don't want to say I was disappointed with this episode, but with everything else that has been in this series, like every episode was good. This is the weakest. And I don't want to say it was a bad episode. It was mid. Definitely not bad, but compared to the heights that the other episodes were, yeah, it is a little bit of a letdown. And to then have to wait a week for the follow-up, like, what? I almost would have liked it if they'd done it the opposite way around, like released episode 1, next week released episode 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, and then released the 2 episode drop for the finale. Because, like, I just want to know what happens because I don't feel satisfied with what we got in this episode. And that might change between now and next week when I watch the finale. But, yeah, normally I don't do the rankings for the second last episode, but I also don't know how I'd rank the other 6. I'd have to watch them again, but I know this one's on the bottom. But I've been harping on about the negative thoughts I have about this episode, so let's talk about the benefit. I did like the bantering between Jod and Brutus. Like, Brutus just despises this man with his entire being. Like, this is a hatred that has been years built upon by him over-promising and under-delivering. And now, once again, he thinks that Jod's set them down a wild goose chase for no return, using what little resources they had on this goose chase and then further transporting him to the coordinates and that. Like, and then just to be unceremoniously grabbed by a cargo crane and shot in the face. Like, was not expecting that to be how Brutus went out. I was expecting it to be sort of a battle for captaincy that he went out. But no. I do hope they're able to repair 33. Like, whether they're just able to salvage his head and the little rat creature, which we know is still alive. I've also heard theories that the rat creature itself is Tacranids. I don't subscribe to that notion. I wouldn't be upset if it is 33 that is the captain, but yeah, because what is it? What am I searching? Skeleton Crew. I didn't actually see who was credited as the voice of Tachyrids. Let's see, you have a lot to learn about pirates. Cast. There is no one credited, at least on IMDb, as to who voiced Tachyrids. Interesting. If we jump back to the credits for episode 5, executive producer, usually like 2 or 3 after that. More executive producers. Watch it not show anything on this one either. Because I did hear some people say that sounded like Nick Frost doing the voice. I don't think it did. Does Star Wars even do the full, like full screen cast, or is it just the starring? I don't remember. I don't think I've ever actually paid attention because I get all my credits from IMDb. I'm not seeing any like additional voices or anything. Yeah, I'm not seeing any like actual credits. Nah. I can't get it. There we go. I really hate Disney Plus sometimes. Nope. Nothing on Tachyrids in the credits. Not even any guest, like additional voices. Interesting. They're really keeping that under wraps if they're not doing credit, which means it is someone who's already on the cast. Like, because there's a big legal thing with crediting properly. So for them to not have the voice in the credits means it must be someone that's already in the show. That will then retroactively have their additional credits added. Maybe it was Nick Frost. But anyway, yeah. We've got a week to wait until the finale, so I guess with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.